You already know we back live and low this after party radio show here on Frenzy Broadcasting. We got our special, lovely co-host in the building, Miss Josie.
How sweet of you.
Yeah, I'm feeling nice right now. Sometimes I feel like
you introduce me real cute.
I feel like Josie,
That was really nice.
as of the past 48 hours, I've realized
What?
that Josie and I perhaps were together in a past life. Because
it didn't work out.
There's just so many things that happen where I'm just like, am I married? Like, did I get engaged and not realize?
You're crazy.
Like, what happened?
Idiot.
Exactly.
What
That's how I
the
feel
fuck
sometimes.
happened?
That's how I feel.
What's up? Bienvenidos. Estamos de regreso. Frenzy Broadcasting. It's the after
Party radio show. We got a special guest in the building today, Josie. We got a professional fighter turned TV host, radio personalities here. He's actually a host here on the Frenzy Broadcasting Network. We got my brother Daniel Hayes in the building.
Hey, what's up, baby?
Daniel, how you feeling? What's up with you?
I'm blessed. I'm just happy to be here, to be honest with you.
We're happy that you're here too. We appreciate you.
Daniel in the building. So Daniel, the world that might not know about you, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
I'm pretty much a dead man walking. I had a second chance at life about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So just all about leaving my legacy.
What does that mean? What?
A dead man with another chance.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
No. I just was saying I wasn't even trying to get deep. I was just saying.
Oh, I was like, I like to get deep.
Josie.
You say something like that, and I'm gonna question you. Like, why? What's the second opportunity you got?
No,
what
no,
happened to you?
I just meant like a perspective. I got really sick, but when I was like, I'm blessed. Like,
There
hey,
you
I'm
go.
just happy to be here, etc. Tell the world about me. This is really an introduction about who I am back to the world. Like, I'm no longer an athlete now.
Okay.
So focusing on hosting.
So you were a professional boxer. For people that don't know, I've actually seen some of your fights. There are on YouTube. There's some out there you can check out Daniel's past fights. What was the most difficult challenge from transitioning from the fighting to this hosting career that you're now pursuing, man?
To be honest, there wasn't anything. I was blessed with great mentorship. It wasn't the first time that I've ever parlayed skills, is what I like to call it. So I just really got into fighting a few years back. I played basketball for most of my life. That's what put me through college, et cetera, et cetera. So I just learned how to take your talents from one field to the next. So with hosting, from fighting, there's a lot of, in fighting, you're the only person in the ring. At the time, the preparation, discipline, et cetera, being on a mic, talking, having to perform. So I just took the same thing from fighting and just apply that now to hosting.
How did you go from basketball to fighting?
Yeah. Because he fought during a basketball game. Someone was over there trying to foul him in the free throw, and he just beat the ass. He's out,
There you go.
yeah.
Thank you, Napoleon.
No, so it was funny how I got into it. When you're done college, so I wasn't making it to the pros. Like, I had a good whatever. I had a good run at
You had
it.
a good run.
Yeah, I'm not turning pro. And then everybody's like, you're old. You're 22 years old.
You're
Like,
old.
You're past your prime, like, as an athlete, right?
Right.
And I had so much left in the tank. So for me, it was just, I got to do what's next. And I started out in mixed martial arts. So started out competing in that. And then that turned into boxing with the Olympic pursuit, et cetera, et cetera. And years later, I turned professional.
Yeah, that's dope. Boxing is not an easy sport. It is not an easy sport. And I only say that because I used to train as a workout. I
Okay.
didn't last very long, but I puked the first time I went to it was too much. You have to really take care of yourself, and you have to have some really good conditioning because it's not a joke.
Yeah, I thought I was an athlete until I picked up
Started
fighting.
boxing.
Yeah, to be honest with you, because in every other sport, you don't tap into that part of your brain where you're in freeze, fight, or flight. And in fighting, you're in that. And then that's why your conditioning has to be so good, both mentally and physically, to be able to perform well under that kind of pressure. Basketball, after that, you're just like, oh my God, this is so, you have four other guys on the floor with you. I'm like, okay, this is fine.
Exactly.
So that was a big difference I noticed.
So, Daniel, you have a new show here on Frenzy. Let's talk about your show, man. Where's it going? Where we going at with it, man? You get both sides to the story. You go behind the scenes. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so as an athlete, you learn there's always a story behind a story, and you're always going to be given these scripted answers and scripted questions. So with me, it's really about what's the story behind the story. So that's where, I take a lot of pride in the research, the questions I ask. So it's not going to be some sort of answer that you've given before. So that's really more what the focus is, a really organic interview and just a deep connection.
Damn. So you be on Tinder? That's what I'm hearing. That's kind of what I
You're
heard.
allowed to say whatever you want to Fatal right now.
That's kind of what I heard right there. You know, that's just
I
kind.
can't with you.
That is just kind of what I heard.
Let me look. I'm gonna take it back. What's the name of your show?
Rumble HB.
Rumble. Do you have co-hosts or is it you?
Just myself. Yes.
That's it. That's it.
What else does he need? He just needs himself.
I'm asking.
He got the. Jeez, you don't need no co-host, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I need one no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on.
Do you need a co-host? No. Fuck this. I'm gonna start my own show.
We'll talk about that. Nah, I love Josie, man. The reason that she came onto this show was because she always just had a very standout, awesome energy about herself, man. She was always, and for me to say that, because I know I possess a crazy amount of fucking energy. I know what it is. So for me to be like, hey, someone got that like type of fucking energy and frequency is very rare.
I gotta say, her voice is so smooth and silky.
She has a great voice.
Like, just hearing her on the earphones. So
she sounds good.
No, well, give me an applaud. What are you doing?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Hold on.
So, where were you born and raised?
So I'm from the Caribbean.
Roots.
Yeah. I'm from the Caribbean. So Trinidad and Tobago. So for people that don't know, just think South America. It's very close to South America.
You said bagel?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, I thought we were eating bagels after this. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no.
No bagels for me.
So pretty much, I grew up in the Caribbean, and then obviously being an athlete, you transition over to the U.S. So I am an immigrant, yes, in the U.S. and just, I guess, pursuing the American dream, I guess.
Yeah. So anti-Trump. We want to talk politics.
No, let's not talk politics.
We could just say.
Let's not. You don't have to answer that. Don't listen to me.
Idiot. Yes. Yeah. I let Napoleon talk for me.
So how was that? Did you move out here by yourself, or did you come with your family?
Well, my family, we actually went to Toronto first. I'm the only one out in California. I do have other family, but my immediate family is in Toronto, Trinidad. We're pretty much all over the place, but I guess if you're saying like your path of immigration, it was Caribbean, Canada, then the U.S. for myself, and that's pretty much where we are now.
Were you ever like discriminated, or did you ever feel like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Like an outcast.
I know. Like me, I mean, my parents were immigrants, and now like they're good, you know. But me being born and raised here, when I come across like people that are like my age that are immigrants, and like they'll just like tell you sometimes like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like if I was in your position and if I could do like, how did you feel about like that? Like did you ever think like that? Like I wish I had papers to be able, or it never like stopped you?
I use that as a motivational factor, to be honest with you, and that's with work ethic, and that's why I guess they always talk about with immigrant mentality, you know, and that was just ingrained in me. So it's not like no kind of achievement or anything like that. That's how I was raised.
This is who you are.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. And even with discriminatory, to answer your question, again, as a kid, yeah, but I was a fighter. Like as a kid, I would get in so many fights.
Really?
As we were talking off, like about bullying. So I was bullied.
I was gonna say, I was like, were you a bully?
I was on both.
Bully?
Yeah, I was on both.
Oh,
sides
you were
of
a
it.
bully
Yeah.
and bullied.
So that's
Kinda
why I
like
was laughing at that video. So as
I come off as a bully?
Sometimes.
Josie, I love you. Oh my God, calm down.
so as a
I'm gonna buy her some flowers. I guess she is my wife. Anyways, keep going.
I let's say 8, 9. Yeah, I was more of a bully. And then getting older, I was bullied.
Really?
A little bit, yeah.
How did that go?
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a
as you got
total
older,
flip,
yeah, like you'd think you would bully after you got bullied,
because it's like a
not
retaliation
you would bully and
or
then
whatever.
you would get bullied. What happened?
Remember,
there?
we're talking athletes, right? Or so just older. They're older, bigger, stronger. And
Oh, I see.
yeah,
I see.
so it was just that kind of thing. But I am grateful that I was on both sides of the thing. And yeah, I'll even talk about it. I think people have become pretty soft with this whole anti-bullying thing, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not even trying to go down that road. But I mean, that's a term that's way used out of proportion now, like with bullying and whatnot. And it's just crazy how we've become.
we don't have to go crazy into it, but I mean, there is a double standard to that, right? Because you don't want to get bullied in the same sense as like, what's too sensitive, right? Like, oh my God, he looked at me. Or he bullied you now. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Because he looked at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spit wads, is that bullying? You can blow a spit wad at someone in school?
I don't think people do that anymore.
Is that old?
I think so.
Oh, damn.
Really? I'm actually curious though. What kind of wickedness? That's a total Caribbean thing. I just used it as like wickedness.
I know.
Wait,
I'm like, what the fuck?
that sounds like some jerk
what is he
chicken coming in here.
talking about?
Where that jerk
mean?
chicken, man?
¿Qué dijo?
Some of that, man. Real
It's
shit.
more like what do kids do to get in trouble? Like for me in class, I was the one that was spitballs. Like I was.
Oh,
such
so
a
you know about
troublemaker.
spitballs? Hello.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's Team
I'm
Spitballs
curious,
over
though.
here.
I mean, honestly, I think nowadays it's more of like social media bullying. You know what I mean?
That's
I feel like
cyberbullying.
cyberbullying. There you go. You took the word from me. I couldn't
Yeah, 'cause
remember
I know
the
English.
word. Damn, you went there. Cyberbullying.
I'll
is
ask
the
you when I'm
correct
ordering
word.
my next taco or Mexican meal in local Taco Bell.
Are you done? What? I know. What the fuck is he talking about right now? So, as I was saying, I think nowadays it's more of like cyberbullying, and then it kind of leads, I feel, to like bullying like in person, and then I still think it becomes threats. Like it's not even like a thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. The thing
because
that
I used to pass notes in class. Like I got in trouble
She
for
looked like
like
a
the
trouble-
shit.
notes?
Yeah, the shit I was talking on the notes with my
She
friend.
looks like a troublemaker.
Oh wow.
So it's like they don't do that anymore.
Tell
like,
him to
you-
meet me out by the gym in 3 minutes.
Okay.
you
So
text. We used to do that. We would send notes like, "I'm gonna go to the bathroom
Meet me there.
and go after I ask." And like,
Yeah.
okay, and then we like meet in the
Yeah.
bathroom. We would like sit there and just like,
young
"Oh,
little
no."
whippersnappers out here. So,
But
Oh
they
my
don't do that
God.
anymore. They text now. Everyone has phones. It's
Yeah.
kind of sad.
So here's a funny story then. So speaking of notes and letters, right? So me and, first girlfriend, whatever, and she was writing me a pretty provocative letter, right? And my mom
How
didn't
provocative
know.
was
It
the
was
letter?
deep. It was talking about what she wanted to do to me after school. That kind of
How
stuff,
old?
right?
How old were you?
I was probably 12 at the time.
Oh my
that's-
God!
Right.
And you're talking about what you want to do?
Yeah,
After
yeah.
school?
I lost my virginity at 12. Yeah.
Oh,
Damn,
wow.
you were a baby.
No, are you kidding me? No.
you were
Nowadays,
12.
I know kids 8.
Okay, I've never heard of 8.
Serious, yeah, 8, 10.
I feel like the youngest I heard.
Hey, man,
well, it
all I'm going to
used
say
to
is
be-
this. I'm not going to really engage in this conversation because it's kind of, yeah.
No, but I'm not. Anyway, how did I get on that? But what I'm saying, no, that's cool.
But I give you props
12.
to
He
lose
was
it. That
12.
to how old? If we could talk about how old was the girl that took it at the age of 12?
She was 13.
Oh, she was older.
At least she was. I thought you were going to say like
But
26.
okay, so did
I was
she
gonna
lose
say,
her
oh.
virginity to you? Mm-hmm. You guys, damn.
What do you mean?
So when you got this note, wait, now
Okay,
I'm
so
asking.
let me get back to the story.
Wait, so when
Uh-huh.
you got this note, was this after y'all had lost your virginities?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Right,
now
so-
you're just talking
listen.
dirty on the notes.
No, yeah. So
You
that's
dirty kids.
Right,
Sucios.
exactly. So
this is where
listen
you're
to
gonna
this.
say it. Sucios.
Lucio. Man, where they
Alright.
do that at?
All right, go for
So
it.
the whole point, the whole story was just talking about notes, right? And my mom didn't know that I lost my virgin. My mom always thought I was a virgin.
Probably had a well, yeah. Anyone would think your kid at 12 is still a virgin.
Right. So this is how it backfires, like with kids, because it's text, right?
Uh-huh.
So text is cool, but with this particular incident, my mom found the letter in my room.
That's even worse.
That's what I'm saying.
There was no way you
that
could
was-
swerve away from that. Mom's
Exactly.
knows.
Now, okay, now tell us about that talk. Now that sounds
Yeah.
funny. So she sat you down. Mijito,
No,
siéntate aquí.
Watch
My
these
mom-
heifers out here.
no, she has a very what?
Watch these heifers out here. These young little going for the gusto, up and coming, estrogen impact teenagers, man.
Yeah,
That's what you was, bro. You was a inspiring porn star at a young age, man. You started young,
Seriously.
bro.
I guess so, bro.
20. I mean, dude, I lost my shit at like 17, 18 years old, bro.
Really? 7? So was it like
I
prom?
didn't even know about
No.
sex at the age of 12.
Yeah, I lost my shit like
I
at
didn't.
17.
I'll be
No
honest
way.
with you. I didn't. My family,
12?
it's like my family is like you don't talk about sex. Like the way my dad would tell me like, take care of yourself. And this is as I got older, it was just like, mija, cuídate. Like, you know what I mean when I tell you take care of yourself?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, Dad, I know what you mean. He's like, all right, take care of yourself.
That means get the Trojan man.
That means fucking
Trojan
take care
man.
of yourself. But I swear, like, I didn't even know. I was like probably 12, 13, and I was still wondering.
Oh
like,
my God.
I would see in the bathroom,
Thanks,
they had
Dad.
like my parents had, well, like my sister had pads or tampons or whatever. And I'd be like, Mom, what is that? And she'd be like, when you get older, we'll tell you about it. Like when I got my period, I was freaking out. I was like, what? Like I didn't know about these
I'm
things.
freaking out right now
So
thinking
then
about it.
when I was like in 8th grade and my friend was telling me like, how she was like, she would make out with her boyfriend and how they would have sex like at like freshmen, sophomores. I was like, what the fuck? Like, aren't you scared to get pregnant? Like, I was so like, I didn't know. I was so naive. Like, I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna probably have sex and I'm gonna get pregnant. So I was like a virgin for like a really long time.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
For
I didn't know at the age of 12 like what.
At the age of 12, I was watching Barney. Like, I love
Tally's
you.
heavy.
You
Okay,
love me.
how did you make it all the way to 17, 18? So you went through
What do
high
you mean, how
school?
did I make it, bro? Like, what do you mean?
Do we have laughs? Like, that was a good one. How'd you wait that long?
like, why
No,
did,
like, what was your
like,
strategy?
what do you mean, bro? Like, I just did it. Like, it was nothing
So
too
what
much
was your
to do
first?
it.
So my first time, I used 3 condoms and it was
Oh, see,
outside. It
I
was
wouldn't
in a-
wanna have
I didn't-
sex.
I'm
Condoms.
12. I'm
Can you
12.
feel
You're
anything?
scared.
Can you imagine if
It's
you
horrible.
no?
I
But
felt
can you
nothing.
imagine if I felt
Wait a minute.
nothing? Can you imagine though? You know what they say? It's safer to use one condom than to do
You're
that.
1,000% right.
Yo,
What if you
straight
would have
up.
got her pregnant at like
Yo,
12?
straight
Oh,
up,
I
bro.
even pulled out. I even pulled out.
I can't.
No,
I'm done.
It was horrible.
Pixel's face is everything right now.
I think we got to cut this interview right now.
It's done. Look, thank you for
I
having
thi-
me.
I thi-
Thank
I
you for coming
thi-
in. Y'all make sure to listen to his show. I promise it's nothing like this. We're done. We're done.
Yo, even shout out to my camera girl over there in the media team, Gina. Gina's behind the camera now looking at me like, Fatal, you
What
went
the
too far with
fuck?
this one. Like, I'm with everything else you do. I get it.
But what's going
this
on
time
here?
you might have went too far because Gina says she can't approve of this message. Oh,
Damn,
man.
Fatal. Answer the question.
Damn it, Daniel. I wasn't.
What was your reason
For what?
for taking so long to lose your virginity then?
Shit, I don't
No,
know.
how did you do it?
What do you mean? What position?
No,
Like-
I mean,
like-
was it like
what-
prom night?
Like, where was I at? Like where was I at in
What
the room?
was the time?
pro-
What was
was
the
it
date?
prom?
What's the girl's name? Like,
like-
give us the scoop.
Her name is LaFonda. I'm just playing. Her name was not LaFonda. I don't remember. Her name was Brittany, I believe. And to be honest, that's when I was really into a lot of black girls back then. So it was kind of like a voluptuous black girl that took my virginity. I feel like she took my virginity because I remember her as being more experienced than me.
Oh, poor baby.
And I was like, and I remember just being like,
Pobrecito.
yeah. And then she called me white chocolate. And I realized in that very moment I was a man. I realized in that moment.
Unnecessary.
I realized in
3
that moment. I
condoms,
realized.
white chocolate.
I realized in that very
Meanwhile,
moment.
I'm over here like an angel, right? Like my dad's like, take care of
I
yourself.
totally realized in that moment, if I could hang with the black girls, I had something going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I'm still
Hey,
confused by
hey,
your
okay,
question,
So what?
though. Like,
No, the reason why I was asking.
I'm not gonna tell you the position that happened.
No.
You know
Look,
what I'm saying?
bro,
Like, whatever.
this is why I was asking.
Where they do that at? I don't know.
Is because 17, 18, right? The reason why I was asking, like, when did it happen is, like, was it, like, prom night? Because a lot of people at that age are like, hey, I don't want to be a freshman in college as a virgin. So that's the only
No,
reason why I was
no.
asking, like, did you
I
have
didn't even
some
get to
kind
go
of
to prom.
incentive?
No,
So
it was just
somebody wants to take me to prom. I'm down.
I'll take you to prom.
I didn't get to go to prom. I'm
We'll,
so
we'll,
sad
we'll,
about
we'll
that.
like make our own prom here, Frenzy
We
Broadcasting,
should.
and
Can
film it.
we? I want to go to prom.
And then we'll get a DJ.
No, but I
here.
have heard that. I have heard that where they say where
That's
it's like
why I
we're
was
gonna lose it on
asking.
prom night. But usually, fuck, by prom night they already lost it a long ass time ago. So then what the fuck?
No, I just lost it to some heifer in Palmdale, California, man. That's just how.
Oh,
it
so
There
it
was
was
no
just
special.
because- oh, okay.
So how did you go
It
about?
was-
Did
it
you like
was-
send her a note?
Nah,
like,
to be
let's
honest, it was
have
back in the
sex?
days when they used to have the party lines. You remember the party line
Oh
phone
my
call?
God,
Dude, you know about the party line?
yes,
Yo,
Where's the party line?
yes.
Dog.
That used to be Friday,
Dog.
Saturday night. That was the shit.
I feel
So
like
much shit.
anyone that does not know what I'm talking about, they didn't live in a good
Party
era of
night.
life, and I'm sorry that you didn't get to experience that.
We're so sorry that shit was
but to give a quick
funny.
little-
You don't tell me you met her on party line.
I did meet her on party
No!
line. So this is how
Okay, you
Fatal
don't know what
lost.
party
don't-
line
don't tell
is.
me.
Let me tell you. So
Tell
party
him.
line used to be this. It used to be this number where you would just call, right?
Oh yeah,
And
look
it
at
was-
Gina over there
It
laughing.
was so funny because it's like. It's like, you know, when you could do like a 3-way call,
Okay.
but this was like so many calls and there was different party
There's different rooms.
So it's like, say there was like 5. I don't remember how many party rooms
there,
there was.
there was like I think 6 or 7 different rooms.
So it's like everyone hits a line, right? Like everyone calls it, and you'd have to wait
It's
for
a
the
huge
perfect
conference
time
call, bro, with a
because
bunch of
sometimes it was
people.
whack, right? So it's like it'd be like at 9, 10, and you'd just be calling and it was, hey, where you from?
Where you at?
Where you at? Da, 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 da,
What?
da.
And then-
yeah, and
dog.
then sometimes you wouldn't want to give your real name out. Like I
Bro.
remember I was so naive at the beginning, be like, I'm not gonna tell you my name. Like
I used to tell all these girls on there. My name was Damari. I had a real strong run with Damari, bro.
And
Damari went ham back in the day.
And then people would get like they'd be like, man, fuck you then, and then they'd hit the next party
Bro,
line, and you'd hit like number 2, and then you'd go into like
part,
a whole
bro,
ass different room.
Bro, the worst part is when you're on there trying to holler at like a girl or something, like you in a room.
And you got the cock blocker?
No, dude. And then all of a sudden, like a cock block gets on the line, gets in the room
and
with
then
you, dog.
he sounds way hotter, right? And then he sounds way hotter, so then the girl starts ignoring you, and then the guy gets
not
pissed.
Even.
Oh,
not
I
even.
did that.
I didn't have that. I had a situation where I was going ham on the clam, and next thing you know, this guy get up on the line, and he just over there making all type of crazy sound effects and just being obnoxious. I'm like, bro, you ain't getting no love on this party line, man.
And then when it would be like that, like, hey, man, go to line 6. All right, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you at line 6. So you're like switch.
Like her and I are talking, and then like we're like in the convo.
Really, man. All right, let's go to line 2.
Go to 6, and then we're like, okay, so we transfer over to the other one.
Oh my god, I can't believe you did it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, they didn't have that over there where you're from. Oh man,
you got to think.
I wish we
about
still
10 years
had the
back.
number. Like,
that was a while. That was more than 10 years ago.
Is it still a
There's
number?
no such thing as a party line.
There has to still be a number.
If they don't have it though, they should bring it back. They should also bring back, in my opinion, the 2020 version of the Sidekick. The T-Mobile Sidekick should make a huge comeback this year. I definitely think the Sidekick is an awesome phone, man.
That is so funny.
They gotta bring that back.
Did you ever have BlackBerry?
Yes, I did.
Which one?
I had
the little mini one.
Yeah.
Like the mini one?
Yeah.
The one that came out after the.
Yeah.
Why? Where are we going with this conversation?
Oh no, I was just because you
Back,
talking about
different
things.
Yeah, you remember about Pogs, right?
Oh shit!
You don't know about Pogs.
Yeah. No. The slammer. You'd use the slammer,
Pogs,
right?
Slammers, yes sir.
Yeah.
We're talking about some throwback shit for y'all. You kids out here don't know about that.
Y'all don't know shit.
Anyways, man, it's After Party Radio Show. Daniel, before all the guests leave the show, we give them an opportunity to put some good energy in the air to the listeners, man. What kind of message or vibe do you want to put off right now to the listeners tuned in?
Just simple. Strength is found in the struggle. That's it.
Strength is found
Beautiful.
in the motherfuck struggle. Yeah. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, man. Y'all get ready. It's After Party Radio Show. It's your man Fatal.
And your girl Josie. And we're gonna have you back, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about your career. We're sorry we had to talk about your virginity and your sex life on this first episode.
I had a great time.
Welcome to the After Party Show.
Shouts to Brittany out there in Palmdale, California. Hello. We out here. Woo! Anyways, man, y'all follow us After Party Radio Show. Daniel Hayes, tell them one more time where they can follow you, man.
This is D Hayes on all social platforms.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. You already know what time it is. Get ready for the frenzy. We'll be right back. It's After Party Radio Show.
After the show, it's the after party.